Hey everyone, Derek right here with Freedom Calling RV, and today we're going to talk about the top five things you can do to actually make money on the road. And this is very important because you're going to want to think about this before you even get started looking for your RV. This is something you're going to have to put some thought into before you even decide to hit the road or to take action to actually hit the road. This is the one big thing, especially if you're male or female, but it really hits home with the males because they don't want to give up their 9 to 5 because it's a security thing, right? So if you have a secure job, it's really tough giving up your secure job to actually go on the road to do something that's not really secure, something that could end at any time. If you're not already wealthy. Now, if you're wealthy, if you're bringing in income, passive income already, then you don't have anything to worry about, right? But if you're an average middle class family that has a 9 to 5 job that really wants to hit the road, but you don't know where to start, then these are the 5 things that you can actually do to actually make money on the road. And some of these things you can actually start doing right now to actually get your foot in the door and start building up that passive income before you actually hit the road. So let's get started. The first thing that you can do, and I want to caveat, we've actually tried all of these with the exception of one, and I'm going to tell you what that is when we get to it. But everything else that I'm going to talk about on this list, we've actually tried. My family and I have actually tried. Some we've succeeded with, some we've failed at. But I want to caveat that before we even get started. So, number one, maybe you've heard of it, but it's called retail arbitrage. So retail arbitrage is basically where you go and find an item in a store for one price and then you sell it online for a higher price and you keep the profit. Now, 2 of the most popular platforms to do this on are Amazon and eBay. So Amazon has a really good account. It's called an FBA account or reseller account. And what happens is you sign up, you go over to Amazon, you scroll all the way at the bottom, and in the little footer, it'll show sign up for a reseller account, reseller, something to that effect. Sometimes it will change, but something to the effect of reseller account. You sign up for that, and that account is actually $40 a month. You actually have to pay $40 a month for that. Now, I will tell you that if you actually put some effort into this, that's really a piece of cake. You can do $40, you can pay for that in a day. And what happens is you sign up for that account and you have a little app on your phone. If you have a smartphone, you have an app. And if you might go into a store, look on the clearance aisle, and you scan that item, and Amazon is going to tell you what that item is selling for on Amazon. So let's say that clearance item is $3 on the clearance aisle, but on Amazon it's selling for $11. Now what Amazon is going to do, it's going to calculate what it's going to take them to sell your item, and it's going to tell you what your profit would be on that item. So for instance, your profit might be $4 and all you have to do is mail that in to Amazon. Now the cool thing is Amazon already accounts for what it's going to cost you to mail it in when you set up your account. So that figure should, most of the time, it's pretty accurate on what you're going to make. So you can go into, let's say Walmart, any store for that matter, go to the sale rack because as you know, depending on where you live in the U.S. and what season it is, retail stores like Walmart, Target, Kohl's, all these stores, sometimes they have to make room for their new stuff. And what they're doing is liquidating their old or their last year's items to make room for new items. So what that is an opportunity for you for retail arbitrage because you go in there, you scan an item, it might be 50% off, 70% off in the store, but Amazon is actually selling for retail. So an item on the East Coast might be on sale, whereas on the West Coast is actually selling for full price. Amazon takes that into account, and you can also do that on eBay. Now Amazon makes this a little bit easier for you because they do all the work. They'll do all the work, so the profit margins are actually a little slimmer, if you will, than on eBay. On eBay, you're doing all the work, but the profit margins are actually a little higher. So something to consider. And actually, eBay allows you to do this as well. eBay is free. Now, you don't have to pay for an account for eBay, but you do have to pay for listing fees when you list an item on eBay. Now, there's several YouTube videos out there, and I'm not going to go into the specifics on how to effectively retail arbitrage and what you need to look for, what's selling well. There's tons of videos out there on that. I just want to let you know it is an option. And here's the cool thing, that if you're thinking about this lifestyle, this freedom calling lifestyle where you're in an RV and you get to go to places, or like the digital nomad kind of lifestyle, where you get to travel, throughout the US, throughout the world, whatever, but you still live in your house, you're still connected to a 9-to-5 job, you're not quite ready to take that first step, this would be a great first step because you can get your foot in the door. It's really easy to start retail arbitrage. And let's face it, if you like shopping anyway, what I've found is anytime I go into a store now, I can kind of pick out items. I'm like, hey, you know what? That is on sale right now. I bet it'd do well on Amazon. I scan it to make sure that it's doing well on Amazon. And if it's going to make me $5, $10, $20, I'll pick that item up and I'll just put it in my cart along with my other shopping. So it's that easy. So you can get started doing this now. And I would actually recommend that almost all of these you can actually start right now. Get your foot in the door. Find out which one actually works best for you, for your lifestyle, for your particular, something you might not like you might not like shopping. So maybe retail arbitrage is not for you. But if you do like shopping, if you do like looking for deals, then retail arbitrage may be for you. I recommend that you try all of these that I'm going to list out. Find out which one works best for you and your family. Retail arbitrage is just really easy. My wife and I, our main income doesn't come from retail arbitrage, but we still do it, and it brings in a nice little. I don't want to say passive because we are. It's not truly passive because we are working a little bit to do it, but it's really easy. It's an easy income, and it'll add sometimes, maybe just $100 a month or maybe $200, depending on how seriously we take it. We might just take a day and do only retail arbitrage and wind up with a $500 day. So it really just depends on how much work you want to put into it, how much research you want to do it. And like I said, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there where you can learn how to do this. So retail arbitrage is definitely one way to actually bring income in the door before you start your RV journey and during. So number 2 is digital marketing. So my wife and I got into digital marketing. We actually owned a brick and mortar fitness facility before we started our journey. And that's how we actually got into digital marketing, because we had to bring people in our door. And what we realized is we didn't really have time to do the digital marketing like we wanted because we had other stuff to worry about in our facility. We had, payroll, all this other stuff going on that we had to worry about. We just didn't have time to do the digital marketing like we were supposed to, which actually opened up a door for us. We're like, well, if we don't have time to do this, then other businesses must not have time to do this either. There must be tons of businesses out there that maybe need this service. So what we did was we actually started leaning heavily on digital marketing for other businesses. And we found other businesses to do kind of the same things we were doing for our business, and they would actually pay us for these services. And that's what I'm going to go over right now. So and one thing I want to tell you about this is digital marketing sounds complicated at first, but there's so many resources, so many videos, and so many tools that make this very easy. Just most business owners don't have the time to do the research to figure it out on their own. And you could go watch a couple of YouTube videos and it would literally make you an expert in digital marketing, because most business owners, like mom and pop shops that have a brick and mortar business, don't know the first thing about marketing on social media, about Facebook, and secondly, they might not know about it and they might not have time to do it. So it's a huge opportunity for you. All you have to do is watch a couple of YouTube videos. You're probably going to need to watch more than a couple to actually make you an expert. But if you really want to start making money on it, there are tons of online courses as well. And I just caution you that before you buy an online course for digital marketing for a small business, make sure it has really good reviews before you go and spend your money on that. And I'm happy to actually help you. I've taken a ton of online marketing courses, digital courses to learn how to market. So I can tell you, I can pretty much pick out which ones are the good ones and the bad ones. So you can actually leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to respond to that. If you find a digital course that you're thinking about, you're on the fence about, I'll be happy to give you my opinion. Just comment down below. All right, so a couple of things you can do with digital marketing. And again, before I go into this, you really have to open up your mind, because before my wife and I started this, I had a preconceived notion that digital marketing was just too complicated. I couldn't do any of this stuff. What do I mean by digital marketing? First of all, our website designing. So I always thought that website designing, you had to be a coder, you had to be, I don't know anything about website design or building people a website. What I found out is actually easier than you think. And there are, again, tons of YouTube videos. I can't stress YouTube enough. Tons of YouTube videos on learning how to do this. And there are several tools that make it very easy for you to build websites and to make it look like you know what you're doing. It makes you look like an expert where all you're doing is clicking and dragging and basically making a website for a business. What we found when my wife and I started doing this is I really wanted to get, I was looking at the money. I knew that you could make anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per website building these things, and we were looking at these small businesses and their website, like their websites really they were really messed up. They really sucked. And if someone has a sucky website, it is really easy to get your foot in the door to talk to them about a website and the possibility of building a website for them. Well, what I learned was my wife has always been great at crafts and design, but she's never been like a technical kind of person. The digital marketing was most of the time way over her head, and she really didn't want to take the time to learn it. But once I started building websites, I am not a designer. I don't have that design bug. I'm not a creator. I'm not, I can't look at something and make it pretty per se, but my wife is great at that. So what we found is she really likes building websites, and she got really good at it. She got really good at the design aspect, and she is the main person that builds websites now. Now I focus on like the lead generation aspect. Now that's for other videos, and again, there's tons of videos out there on how to set up a website so it actually generates leads. But I really want to just open your mind to it. If you're sitting there thinking that this is complicated, I'm here to tell you that it's not. We had to teach ourselves, we learned from scratch, and building a website is really not that complicated. I will tell you it's a little time consuming at first to actually figure the stuff out, especially if you're building a real website on, let's say, WordPress. If you've never used WordPress before, it's a little bit of a learning curve, but WordPress is actually a great platform and is the best platform, I think, to actually build a website. But there are tons of website builders out there. You've got Squarespace, Wix, all these other drag and drop systems that you could actually use to build a website for someone. So web design is one way you can actually increase a brand value for a business and to actually get that business customers. Two are Facebook ads. Facebook ads are still popular. They're actually not that hard to run, but the thing is, most people don't know how to do it, and they don't take the time to do it. Most companies are boosting posts on Facebook, which is a complete waste of money, and all you have to do is go in there and convince a business that they need to be running actual Facebook ads through their Facebook ad manager. And if you can do that, you will get them results. Getting people results on Facebook ads is easy. But 90%, I'm going to say 90% of the people that I've talked to, the small businesses that we've worked for, think they're running a Facebook ad when they're literally just boosting a post, which is the worst thing they can do. It's literally like lighting their money on fire and throwing it down the drain, because boosting a post just doesn't work that well. It's Facebook's main revenue stream, and it doesn't really work that well. It's like posting a billboard in the middle of a crowded city. Whereas if you're running a Facebook ad through the Facebook ad manager platform, then you can really get targeted results. And you can measure those results and then calculate it into an ROI, or return on investment, for a business. And it is really not that complicated. Again, this is something my wife and I taught ourselves how to do. We took some courses for it, but there are tons of videos out there on how to do this as well. Most companies would love to have someone run their Facebook ads for them because they are really not that good at it. Also, Facebook content. If you're not ready to run ads yet, maybe you can just post Facebook content on a regular basis. Let me back up. I was going to tell you that. All right, so for web design, you're looking at anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per website. Now, if you get really complicated, you can charge anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 if it's a really complicated website. For Facebook ads, you're looking at probably around the going rate is around $300 to $800 per month, depending on the business. If you're looking at a restaurant with low profit margins, you're going to be looking at about $300 per month. If you're looking at a business that has high profit margins, like maybe a roofer or a bathroom designer, maybe someone that designs custom bathrooms and makes custom bathrooms, you're looking at anywhere from $300 to $800 per month, maybe a little bit higher than that if that profit margin is higher. Now, to create Facebook content, you're looking at about $100 to $300 per month for those businesses. Because let's face it, all businesses know they need to be posting on Instagram and Facebook, and maybe even YouTube. They just don't have the time to do that. So all you would have to do is go in there and create that content, like post maybe once a day. And there are tools that make this extremely easy. You could literally spend 15 minutes a month and schedule posts for a small business for the entire month. And the business thinks you're awesome because they have all these posts in Facebook, and you took 15 minutes out of a month to do this, and you're making $300 a month to do this per business, or $100 to $300. So pretty easy stuff, right? And again, SEO. Now, out of everything, I will tell you SEO is the most complicated to learn, the most complicated to perform correctly. So I want to tell you it's an option, but it is complicated to learn, and you're going to need to take some courses for this. Or what we do is we actually outsource this sometimes. So we will go and we will sell a package to a business, an SEO package, or maybe a web design package, Facebook ads package, and then we'll go and we'll say, okay, I am charging you X to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go find 3 other people that are experts in these individual fields. I might find an SEO expert that will maybe only charge $500 a month, where I'm charging $700 a month to run SEO, and they are doing all the work. So now I can be the mediator, I can be the middleman between the expert and my client, and I can serve both of them better. I can make sure that this guy is doing what he's supposed to serve my client, and I can keep tabs on it. But the actual work, I'm not doing any of the work, but I'm reaping the benefits of the pay. So we have actually done that in the past, and that works out really well, as long as you find an expert in that field. So if you're going to outsource something, you need to make sure they're an expert in whatever it is that you're outsourcing. So if you're outsourcing a web design, you need to make sure the person that you're outsourcing it to is an expert and they're great at web design. So you're going to want to see the products that they've produced, the websites that they've created. Moving on. So, and again, if you have any questions about the digital marketing aspect, how to find clients and stuff like that, be sure to comment down below and I will respond. Let's see. Okay. Here is a really easy one to get started with, but people underestimate the power of this particular thing, and that's blogging. So blogging on a topic that you are interested in, something that interests you, you can actually make good money with that. And how this works is you create a website, and there are platforms out there that make this very easy. WordPress is one. You can do this, start doing this for free. You create this website, you start writing about topics, articles about topics that you enjoy, that you like. For instance, if you are a football fan and you are a diehard, let's say we're in Texas right now, Central Texas. So let's say you're a Texas, let's say baseball, a Texas Rangers fan. Let's say you're a Texas Rangers fan, and you start blogging about the Texas Rangers, about the players, about who they're drafting, about the prices, about the getting to a game, batting averages, and all the players. You start doing that. There's a fan base for the Texas Rangers that would likely read your blog. Now, what you can do is while you're writing this blog, you can actually insert what's called affiliate links within your blog. So if someone clicks on that link and they buy whatever it is that you have linked to, you get a commission of that product. Now, the most popular affiliate links right now are Amazon. That's because Amazon just makes it really easy to have an affiliate link. And the cool thing about an Amazon affiliate link, I'm trying to put this in perspective. Let's say there is a signed Rangers ball, like a reproduction or a glove. Maybe, let's say a Little League glove that has the Texas Rangers logo on it. And while you're writing your article, maybe you actually talk about your son or your kids a little bit, how they're playing ball and how you got them this new glove, and you link that glove and you use your Amazon affiliate link. Now, if anyone purchases that glove, you are going to get a commission off of it. Now, what's really nice about Amazon is even if they go to that affiliate link, you put your affiliate link on there and they actually click that affiliate link, now that they're in Amazon, if they start looking at this glove and decide, well, I don't want a glove, but you know what? I do need a new fishing rod, or I need some fishing tackle, or I need something else on Amazon. I need some screws for this. If they are on Amazon from your affiliate link, you will get commission off of whatever they buy, and because of what's called cookies. So Amazon recognizes that that person has used your link, although you linked them to a glove. Maybe they went somewhere else in Amazon and purchased something else. They're going to give you credit for that, and a little bit here and a little bit there adds up. Now, Amazon will not pay you an extraordinarily high amount for whatever they buy. It depends on what category you sell in, but it can be up to 8%, 5 to 8% is usually the average. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you post up a website and you're talking about one particular topic, a niche, all the people that are looking at your website, if you've got 100 people that come to your website and 5 of them that decide to buy, it just becomes a numbers game, how many people you can get to your website. But it's really easy. And actually, if you really like what you're writing about, you're going to talk about it anyway. So why not it's a great way to make passive income doing something that you love and something that you are knowledgeable about. And just a side note right now, everyone is knowledgeable about something. Everyone is knowledgeable about something. I want you to hear that. So everyone in their own right is an expert in something. We, just as a society, don't see it that way. We think that we need to know all the answers. But here is the trick. I had someone tell me this one time. Do you know what makes you an expert? The only thing that makes you an expert, you only have to know more than the next person. So that makes you an expert. So you might have one piece of knowledge that a person beside you doesn't have, and that makes you an expert. And I like to go a step further. So they told me that if you possess a piece of knowledge that someone else doesn't have, that makes you an expert. But I like to think of it like this. If I can teach on a topic about something, then that makes me an expert. So I am not an expert on Texas Rangers. Now, we had a fitness facility and a self-defense facility. So I consider myself an expert in self-defense because I know more than the average person, and I can teach some things on self-defense. I also think that I am an expert in maybe force protection just because of my military background. And I can talk to people, I can teach on that. And if I can do that, that makes me an expert. That means people are going to want to hear what I have to say about that particular topic. So all I want to tell you is you are an expert on a particular topic. You can totally write on something. All you have to do is think about, when I'm not working, when my kids I have complete quiet. If I sit on the couch or if I go into a room, I shut the door and I'm not bothered. What am I thinking about? What do I enjoy doing? Even if I don't have time to do it right now, what do I enjoy doing? And that's probably what you're an expert in. So that's what you need to think about. Start writing on it. Start embedding some affiliate links. Start making some money. Let's see. Blah, blah. I think we got all that. And so now we're up to 4. The 4th one is pretty common, and I have seen this a lot in our RV travels. And I will say about 70% of full-time RVers that I have come in contact with are doing this. Not for their full-time income, but they're doing this on the side. And that is an MLM. They are a member of a multi-level marketing company firm. And it could be products from, wide ranges of products that I've seen. Now, for the people that don't know what a multi-level marketing company is, it's essentially a company that sells some type of product, and the more product that you buy, like in a store, you go in, you buy a product, the store gets the money, and that's it. That's the end of the transaction. But for multi-level marketing products, what these companies try to do is try to get you as a consumer to actually sell their product. And the more of their product that you sell, the more money you make. Now, the beauty lies in the more people that you can recruit to sell their product. That's where the magic happens, and that's where you start making more of your income. So some people would refer to this as a pyramid scheme, but it's not a scheme at all. It's a real thing, and it is legal. That's why it's called multi-level marketing. Now, MLMs, my wife and I have been a part of 3 of them. And we mainly joined the MLMs because we like the products, and we were purchasing the products anyway. We were using them, and even if we weren't selling the products, we would still use the products. So we got involved with these MLMs because we liked the products, we like what they did for us, and then we decided, well, if we're going to buy these products all the time, we should probably join. And now what we can do is sell enough of the products to actually pay for the ones that we are using. So that's how we actually started, and that's how we started making money with MLMs. Now, this has never made us a killing. It's never, this will probably never be our full-time income because it's just not our thing. It's not our wife. It's, we are not multi-level marketers, and I'm going to be honest with you. It might be for you. You might be able to make a full-time income out of this. Now, we make a decent passive income off this. So even if I do no work, if my wife does no work to sell a product, we're still going to make an amount of money every month. And, it's great to have that come in. So I guess what I'm saying is multi-level marketing not be for you, but I wouldn't discount it. These streams of income, if you could have multiple streams of income instead of just one. Now, I recommend you get great at one of them before you move on, but having multiple streams of income really helps out when you're working on the road. So if internet is down one week, if you're working on a website and you have to push that website out, maybe you've blown your deadline, then you still have another form of income or another stream of income coming in on a monthly basis. So, what I would recommend with multi-level marketing is I would not try to get into a firm or market multi-level MLM just because of the benefits of that MLM. I would make sure that you actually like and love whatever product that it is that they're pushing and that they're trying to get you to push. So make sure that you love that product, and that should be the reason for your MLM, and that's what's going to give you success, because you're going to be able to talk about the product and you're going to be able to convince people that this is a great company. Whereas if you have no desire, if you are not excited about the product, it's going to be very difficult for you to talk about the actual company and get people to come on board with that company. And the last one, number 5. This is the one that my wife and I have not tried yet, but we're probably, when we find a little bit of time, we're going to try it. And that is teaching online. Did you know that you can actually teach online and make anywhere from $14 to $22 an hour teaching online courses, and mainly English courses? And there's actually a website you can go to find out more about this, and that is VIPKidTeachers.com. VIPTeachers.com. I'm going to link that below. I'm not affiliated with these guys whatsoever. So I don't make a dime for you going to their website. I have not contacted them for mentioning their website. I'm just including it on this video to let you know that it's possible. My wife and I have actually opened up our minds a little bit to this because I've never considered myself an English teacher. But all you have to have is a BA or you have to have some sort of 4-year degree. It doesn't even matter what it's in. It could be in underwater basking weaving, as far as I know. As far as what I've looked at on VIPKidTeachers.com. So some of the things you have to have a 4-year degree. You have to have a BA or a BS in something. You also have to have, in order to teach on this platform, you have to have a landline internet connection. So for us, it's very difficult to do that because we are traveling so much right now. But if we are settling down and with maybe we go back to where my parents or Stephanie's parents are, we might be in a position where we can actually use their landline internet, just go over there to teach if we're there for a month or 3 months, something like that. But we're on the road a lot right now, so it's not really an option for us, but it may be an option for you to get started right now with online teaching, especially if you're at the beginning stages of full timing, like becoming a full-time RVer or a full-time traveler. So those are the 5 ways that you can actually make money on the road. And all 5 of these you can actually start doing right now to try your hand at them. You could actually be putting a little nest basket away right now for nest basket. Is that even a thing? But you can put a small nest together right now using these 5 things and figure out. I recommend you try some of them now, just so you can get your feet in the door, get your feet wet a little bit, figure out which one works best for you, your family, and your lifestyle. Number 1 is retail arbitrage. Number 2 is digital marketing. Number 3 is blogging and promoting affiliate links. Number 4, MLMs. And number 5 is teaching online. So get started. We'll see you next time. And if you have found this valuable at all, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one where we're on the road. We're showing people how to make money, how to make traveling easy, how to make it fun. We're a full-time family we homeschool our kids. And we will show you exactly what we're doing that's successful and what we're doing that's not so successful. So if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button and then the notification button so you can see every time that we make a new video. And also comment and like if you have found any value in this whatsoever. If you have any questions, please comment and I will get to them as quick as I can, usually within the hour. Take care, and we will see you in the next video.